Um,
Marge, we cannot see you.
oh, are you ready? Can you handle it?
So it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce Hridayananda Goswami, Dr. Howard J. Resnick, a distinguished teacher of the ancient Bhakti Yoga tradition of India, has written and taught for over 40 years throughout the world. Most notably, he is the first Westerner in history to successfully translate and comment upon the canonical Bhagavata Purana from within the tradition. Dr. Resnick received his PhD in Sanskrit and Indian Studies from Harvard University. As a visiting scholar at UCLA, the Graduate Theological Union, and the University of Florida, Dr. Resnick, or Hridayananda Goswami, is specialized in teaching the history of philosophy and religion within South Asia. He has also published articles with such institutions as Harvard, Columbia, and the University of California. Having lectured at leading universities throughout the United States, Europe, India, and South America, Dr. Resnick is sought after as a speaker for colleges, universities, divinity schools, civic groups, and religious organizations of all kinds. Fluent in 7 languages, that's English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, French, German, and Sanskrit. Dr. Resnick recently completed translations of the first canto of the Bhagavata Purana. He is now working on a 3-part historical novel based on the great Indian epic, the Mahabharata, and has recently published a comprehensive guide to the Bhagavad Gita with literal translation. We are indeed very privileged to have Maharaj with us this morning and afternoon for him here in Houston. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
So, thank you. Thank you very much, Radhika. I almost started to believe all that. So, should I begin now?
Yes, Maj. We will mute the microphone here so there's no disturbance. So you won't be able to hear audience laughter or responses. But hopefully you can see something of the audience here. We have devotees from all over North America present.
Okay, so just hold up a laugh sign so I'll know that you get my jokes. So we'll begin? Oh, I guess I will.
Yes. Yes, please.
First of all, I would like to thank you, Radhika Prabhu, and Hanumat Preshika Prabhu very much for kindly inviting me. And I would like to thank I would like to thank all the devotees there for attending. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita and also in the Bhagavatam often glorifies the Brahmins. Especially, there's one chapter in the 10th canto where Krishna saves the former king Nriga, who was cursed to become a lizard because he offended a Brahmin. And in that particular chapter of the Bhagavatam, Krishna extensively glorifies the Brahmins and explains how absolutely essential they are in human society. So the educators of ISKCON are true Brahmins. And I just wanted to express that, how much I appreciate the service that you're doing, how important your service is. And according to Krishna himself. So, I made a few notes. As I'm engaged right now in a sort of a particularly polemical period of my life, trying to argue in favor of certain things that I feel are absolutely essential for ISKCON, but I'll try to be nice here today. And I made a few notes. Basically, the things I want to talk about are the role of education in ISKCON, and of course we have to understand something about ISKCON and what ISKCON. I mean, we all know what ISKCON is in one sense, but what is ISKCON today? What is the role of education in ISKCON? and what should be the role of education in ISKCON, and how do you get from point A to point B? How does education become what it must be, what it's supposed to be, what Prabhupada wanted it to be in ISKCON? So, I'll begin. Education, let's say understood as everything from K to PhD, education in ISKCON is, I think, dangerously underemphasized in ISKCON. I'm going to speak very straightforwardly because you're all adults. And I think ISKCON is dangerously undervalued in ISKCON. Not only in the sense that for every good school we probably have about 20 big temples or more. But also in the sense that knowledge itself, the importance of being a rational human being, the importance of being a rational Vaishnava, the importance of taking seriously Prabhupada's statement that we must have religion and philosophy together. All those things, I think, are somewhat in danger in ISKCON. So I will trace what I think the roots are. I know that Hridayananda Swami, who spoke Thursday, unlike me, is a very nice person. And, I mean, Hridayananda Swami, he's a perfect gentleman and very humble. I can't really claim that I'm humble, but he made a lot of these points. I'm going to make some similar points about the undervaluing of education in ISKCON. I want to try to find out what the roots are. Like, where does this really come from? Why is this going on? Why does ISKCON build 20 or 30 big temples with elaborate, opulent rituals and worship for every school it builds? Even though Prabhupada said that he came to the West to put a head on the society, he came to recreate a class of Brahmins. As we know, the functions of Brahmins are yajan, yajan, patan, patan. They worship, they teach others to worship, they study, and they teach others to study and to learn. And we know also that of those two functions, the more important one is patan, patan, which is studying and teaching others. And so why is it that you could say the necessary but nonetheless secondary aspect of Brahminical activity has almost completely overwhelmed the more important aspect of Brahminical activity in ISKCON? And there are various reasons. You know, if we analyze this from a socio-historical perspective, what's going on, I think it can be traced in one sense, this is not the only sense, but I think this is an important one, to a mythological and I would say